She was a regular at Coventry Airport. When she climbed on the side of a calf lorry last week, she wasn't planning to become a martyr, but that's how those who knew her are coming to terms with her death.
I'll be fighting every day to see Jill's dream of the end of animal abuse.
The moments before and after the incident in which Jill Phipps died were captured on amateur video. These events will be the subject of investigation by the Police Complaints Authority. Before that, though, there's grief and anger at the company conducting the veal flights and their boss.
Why should she lost life through that man? He just did. And he's an old bloody bastard. His greed is totally insatiable.
Christopher Barrett Jolly's home at Frankton was stoned and windows broken. His press officer, John Bradshaw, described the scene to local radio.
It's a bunch now, I would estimate at about 50, most of them late teens, early 20s. They are surging backwards and forwards. There's only one policeman in the drive at the moment. He has tried very hard and he's got himself a thumping for his pains.
We are dealing with people who have now moved into the area with serious criminal intent. And this has always been my fear. We've anticipated it. We knew these people move around like this, and it's quite clear we've now got them in our area.
In contrast, there was a silent sit-down protest outside the airport this afternoon. This mark of respect held up traffic, but there was no confrontation.
Well, the mood tonight here at Coventry Airport, as you'd expect, is sombre. You saw those pictures earlier of the sit-down protest, but the protesters here are determined to keep up a 24-hour presence. With me is Helen Lear, who's been protesting here since the start in November. Helen Lear, how do you think that Jill Phipps's death will affect the campaign?
Well, hopefully people will realise that we need as much support as possible. We've got to carry on the fight for Jill now. We've had a lot more support today from people from Coventry. People have just, it really has hit home with people that something like this has happened. It's made them sit up and think. So we're more determined than ever to carry on. We've really got to do it now.
Do you think that violence, such as Mr. Barrett Jolly's house being attacked, any kind of violence like that is ever justified?
I don't think it's justified. I can understand why it happened, because people are obviously absolutely, just dumbstruck by what happened to Jill yesterday. The people, it must be said, the people that went to the house aren't the usual protesters. They were people that came from outside. I can understand why people were upset, but no, it's something that I'd prefer not to have happened. We don't want to upset the people of Frankton, and we don't want to alienate the general public.
You suggested it slightly there in your answer. Do you think that the complexion of the protester has changed as this campaign has gone on?
I think people have become hardened to protesting. We've tried with petitions, we've tried through the courts, and we've tried peacefully. We've got to stop them. I don't condone the violence, but I think people now will do almost anything to try and stop these flights. We've really got to.
This might be a fairly difficult question for you, but do you think that Jill Phipps was slightly foolhardy to put herself in the danger that she did?
I wouldn't use the word foolhardy. When these things happen, people just emotionally charge and they try and do anything they can. What happened was a terrible accident, and it's far too high a price to pay to stop these flights. I find it incomprehensible, really, that out of 150 police, that they didn't actually manage to stop this accident happening. That's, it's just tragic. It should never have happened.
Helen Lear, thank you very much indeed.